Good evening, everyone. Welcome to my space. I've done a collective reading here for the first time. I've been reading for a while, but this is my first attempt at a collective reading and doing a video. I did this reading actually last night, right after midnight on the 20th. Now it's a bit after midnight on the 21st. So it's a first day of spring reading. My video before was just a bit too long. It's not uploading. I'm having some issues. Again, I'm kind of new to the whole platform. So I'm trying again. And I'm going to try to just go through the cards a little more quickly and keep it shorter, and hopefully I'll be able to have a video on my page. So that'll be cool. Just a little bit about me since it's my first video, and I'll try to be really quick. My name is Sean. I am drawn more to the shadow side of things, to some of the darker elements. I tend to resonate a lot with the dark elements of the divine feminine, and dark not in any kind of negative or evil context, just in, the darker aspects. And if you are seeing this video, then this reading is probably for you, and you would be into those things too. And if it's not your gig, there's many light workers out there and readers that you may gel with more. So, just saying. I've been going through a lot of personal transformation even before we've been on this, trip with this new paradigm that we're facing with the energy shift and this virus. So I've been working really hard at trying to focus my energy, balance my chakras, and meditate every day for about the past month. And I'm still falling into a lot of negativity, even though it's helping me quite a bit. So staying focused on getting this reading out has been something that's just been motivating me today. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward with this clarity spread that I did for March 20th. And the first card I got here is the Ten of Cups, and it was crossed by the Mother of Wands. And the Ten of Cups is in the position of our biggest fear or our distraction, and the Mother of Cups would be in a position of crossing that with what we should be paying attention to. So the distraction being a card of abundance and comfort and everything glorious that you might want, crossed with this mother snake who's vicious, and a formidable enemy, somebody you don't really want to piss off. She's surrounding her brood, her clutch of eggs. There's still potential for growth, but she's, clutching them pretty tightly, and got some lower chakra energy here. She's very rooted to the ground. She's very stable and practical, and she's going to guard what's hers. So I think a lot of us are in that mode right now, of course. We're protective. We're in protective mode. We're on lockdown. We're protecting our abundance, and that's where we need to keep our focus. And that's valid, right now. This Six of Wands over here in the past is what we need to let go of, and this is the useful past that we need to keep in mind moving forward. And the Three of Swords is not the most pleasant card by any means, but it's reminding us to be mindful and present regarding the lessons that we've learned from the traumas we've experienced in the past, the obstacles that we've overcome. This butterfly has come out of some entanglements and obstacles in a dark, treacherous past here to try to fly free. But this is a cautionary reminder, again, saying, temper your successes right now, and be mindful of the lessons that we've learned, because you're going to need to draw your power moving forward. and remain focused on the harsher realities that are really there. So we can't be oblivious to the very real potential for danger that we should already know, from things that we've learned in the past as well. So in our future, we have the Daughter of Wands and the Seven of Cups. Now, the Daughter of Wands next to the Mother of Wands came out, and she's a little bit more of an expansive display of the feminine aspect of the Mother of Wands. She's more of a free spirit, though, and she's allowing for more growth and more vibrant movement. She's got a little more color here. She's got the infinity symbol. So she's moving forward. She's not going to settle. She's not going to just sit at home with the eggs. She's going out and wanting to change and do things and form a new world. But this is being crossed by a card of deception and illusion, and warning us to be very mindful of what we build our castles upon. What are we building on sand? Are we building on garbage? What kind of life are you living? Before this restructuring of our system that's happening right now, a lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck. Everything's been pulled out from underneath us. There's no stability in the system. We can't depend on the same structures to be there. But also it speaks to, how are you living your life? Are you really doing what makes you happy? Are you working from your heart chakra? Are you living your best life? As, cliche or whatnot as it may sound, this is a very powerful time to reevaluate where we are, and we've been given some really powerful space, many of us, to do whatever it is that we want during the days that we have now available to us, to really explore ourselves and what it is that makes us happy, what it is that's going to sustain us moving forward. If you were working before for money, just for money's sake, if your relationships are, just sort of superficial, this is a very specific message for us now to make a change. And, if you're watching this video, you're probably already in tune to more spiritual pursuits, and that you really want to have a life lived by more of an ideal, more of an aesthetic toward a higher good. So this is just a tempering card. Again, we got a lot of, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark kind of warnings here as we're moving forward and we're trying to forge this new path and make this new world, to just really be mindful of what we're building on and where we're working from. Don't work from a place of fear. Don't scramble, just, trying to hoard materialistic necessities or, right now there's a lot of that going on, and it's like we really need to embody a higher vibration and incorporate that into the physical realm as we move forward. And it's a really special time right now as the systems are coming undone to be able to inject that type of energy. So we need to, in ourselves at least, as people who are aware of the energies and who do, pay attention to the moon cycles and the planets, be aware of that in yourself and really set the example for others who may not be so clear on it. Our inner strength, and then we do have help from the outside, which is just beautiful. We have these more wands here, which is a suit dealing with the mind and loftier mental pursuits. So this Two of Wands here is determination and direction. And I'll just read a little bit from the book here of the Wild Unknown Tarot. With the Two of Wands, it's clear you're on your way to success, and you focused on a goal and have boldly pointed all efforts in that direction. Since the Suit of Wands deals heavily with the mind, take this time to become aware of your thought patterns, specifically toward yourself. What is the quality and tone of your thoughts? Mostly positive or negative? And how well do you treat yourself on the journey to your highest dreams? So, inner strength, evaluating our thoughts, working on our chakras. We're making the rainbows here, really working on developing our own personal energy so that we can vibrate at the level that we want to be at, and then go out in the world and make the new world how we want it to be, and do away with some of these old systems that no longer serve us. Moving into the Ace of Wands, then, with help from the outside, and 3, 2, 1, I feel like, it's a countdown to this change of expansion and inspiration. And I'll just go ahead and read from the book again, of the tarot guidebook from the Wild Unknown. An extremely high energy card here with the Ace of Wands, indicating new growth all around us, that our ideas and outlooks will expand and creativity will be endless. It's a very fertile time of incubation, and this, can literally mean pregnancy, so be wary of that. But it's incubating ideas, a new life, a new world is, on the cusp of being born here. And though it's thrilling to embark on this new journey, your good judgment is needed more than ever, and not to rush into things. So this is help from the outside. You can call in your spirit guides, whatever higher power it is that you resonate with, your ancestors, thought forms. Just try to resonate with a higher tone. Ask for aid. Ask for help. And do it with sincerity. The universe will respond to you. So, the Wild Unknown Tarot, I believe, is very strong in that darker aspect of the divine feminine that I do resonate with quite a bit. I've drawn 2 cards from the Moonology deck, which I find to be a very neutral deck, and its messages to be, kind of more in the middle as far as light and dark aspects. So the card that I drew first from the Moonology deck was the new moon, which is coming up on Tuesday the 23rd, saying that the energy is gaining momentum. And then I asked, gaining momentum toward what? And we got the answers you need are coming. And this is a full moon and Gemini card. So with the new moon coming up on the 23rd, it's really important right now that we tap into those moon energies and do a new moon ritual. You look that up. There's many, many light workers that have new moon rituals available that you can check out. And I'm going to do one, and I'm going to try to do a video also. So with the energy gaining momentum of the new waxing moon card, I'll just go ahead and read a little from that book of Moonology. During the waxing moon cycle, hope is springing eternal, and we are now into spring officially. The card is very positive, and it's a positive omen indicating that we can create the reality that we're dreaming of. It's the same recurring theme that I've been talking about all along here about, coming out of this treacherous past, creating a new reality, but being very mindful of where we've come from and the lessons that we've learned and what we want to build and what we don't want to build upon. So it's going to take some work, and we're not quite there yet. This is a time of energies rising up and emotions building. So, we're rising up, we're building our energy, we're working on our energy specifically for ourselves, and then we can project out to those around us and ask for aid, even, from higher powers, from our friends, loved ones, join together as community. But this is really about our internal development here as healers and light workers. So this is a specific message to those of us out there in the collective that identify with, receiving these messages, transforming ourselves, and projecting a higher vibe out to the world so that others can, get on the same trip. So emotions are building too. Where do you want to go, and do you believe you can get there? set your intention with this new moon. And it's so important to set our intention clearly and focus on the desired outcome. So what outcome do you desire? Where do you want to be? Do you believe that you deserve it? Do you, allow yourself the abundance to want a positive life? So we have to focus on the desired outcome. And I've been meditating, like I said, for about a month now. So it's funny, this card specifically says in the book that you can continue to meditate and focus on your desired outcome, or you can make the courageous commitment to take more practical steps towards your goals. Whichever you decide, you're most certainly on the right track. So it's really calling me out and everyone else that's out here, doing our chakra work, meditating, cleansing our space, doing our inner work really well, that's great, and that's a great path to be on, but you do have to take action, and you have to take, purposeful, courageous action right now. Attune to the moon and know that you're headed in the right direction. This situation's full of potential and dreams can come true, but more effort is required, and that's a very specific message. We have to work and be willing to give the work, put the effort in and whatnot, we have to review our goals and ensure that we're committed and keep moving forward. So this waxing cycle, we know that's the lunar cycle from the new moon to full. And during the time the moon gets bigger every night, it's empowering our intention. So make plans now for the 23rd to do a new moon ritual and set an intention. And then as the moon grows to the full moon, you will be taking conscious, courageous action to fulfill those intentions, okay? So we got the full moon in Gemini. Answers you need are coming. Energy is gaining momentum, and the answers we need are coming. It's a reminder that we need to speak our truth and be careful about our words. Our words are gaining in power. Those of us that have been cultivating our own energy and receiving downloads from spirit, the universe, our guides, or whatnot, growing in our spiritual power and awareness, I have to realize that our energy is very powerful, and that our words are very powerful, and our actions and our intents are very powerful. So if we are letting ourselves dip and our energy dip and dwelling in this tragedy, that's not going to work either. We do need to pull ourselves out of this negativity, and be very mindful. Sometimes it's easy, like for me, I get really negative and I snap and I'm mean to people around me, and then I regret it. And we need to be mindful of that. The answers that we seek may come soon, but the issue we're facing could be a few conversations away yet. We're kind of in the middle of something, this full moon card is saying, and it's specifically noting an old saying, least said, soonest mended. So it's good to talk, but be careful you're not causing more issue with your words. So our words have enormous power. There's a lot going on right now, and just remember that your word is your wand, and that you create magic in your own reality every time you express yourself. So be mindful of the reality that we want to create. Set your intention. Dreams can come true. Do you believe you can get there, and are you willing to put in the work? Keep your vibe high and just be really mindful of how powerful your words are. I'm going to end up being over time and not be able to upload my video again if I don't hurry up. So the Kuan Yin deck came to me on a little journey I took right before this kind of outbreak got more serious. So I'm really blessed that I was able to get to this cool store, and I found this deck. So I was going to just try to pull one card from Kuan Yin, but I can never just get one card because she's just so amazing and before we read her messages, of compassion and grace and love. And she's an endless fount of comfort. I would just like to call her in and say thank you for her guidance. So I call upon you, Kuan Yin, to love us unconditionally and bless this reading with grace, clarity, and compassion. As I was shuffling the cards, this one popped out, and of course I had to keep it. It's the 10 Sisters of Light. So if you're like me and you're hearing this reading and you're hearing my voice right now, then you've been here before and you've lived many lifetimes. Your soul has learned skills in past lives and developed abilities and talents, and now it's time to reawaken and reclaim them. You know, many of us are laying dormant, and we need to wake up and reclaim those past life gifts. Kuan Yin's grace, protection, and assistance help us now to release our past life wounds, even though we need to be mindful of what we've learned, but we can't live in that space of lack and loss and hurt. We do need to remember, but we need to move past this energy. And she will help you. So you have to ask for her assistance, and she will help you now to release the past life wounds so that we can bring all of our powers into the present to aid our present life purpose. So in all these aspects, as muse, sister, daughter, lover, mother, magician, musician, singer, dancer, you know, she's pulling all that in, and she's able to assist us now as well. So call upon her for guidance. Kuan Yin has been an indispensable asset to me to tap into lately, and I'm really, really grateful to have come across this deck. So the card that I pulled purposefully here, and it's really just beautiful imagery, the goddess would like us to reveal the peacock beauty within. Stunning and graceful and proud display, you too are a great beauty, and within you resides a glorious being of light, with an ability to create. Your intentions, decisions, and particularly your words are becoming more powerful. So that's like the third reference to our words becoming more powerful and us growing in influence, just to be so mindful of our intent and what we're creating. Enjoy wise use of your creative power to express the beauty within, and ask for divine blessing upon your plans, projects, and words. So again, ask for her blessing, call her in, call in your spirit guides, call in your ancestors. This is a great time of incubation for learning, developing your talents, reclaiming your power, and, you know, even though things are really stressful on many levels and opportunities have been taken away, there are new opportunities. There are opportunities that are revealing themselves now that didn't even exist for people a couple of weeks ago. So just try to go with the flow and be mindful of that. And again, if you're listening to this reading and you've gotten this far, then you're already on that trip. So it's important for us to try to stay focused and know, observe the signs, you know, and know that we're on this path, and that we can't fall into spaces of fear. We really need to be working from our heart space and be creating the world that we want to live in moving forward. With the Kuan Yin deck, I really, like I said, can't get away with just one card. So underneath the peacock card, I had to notice this beauty here. And it's the first day of spring, and this is the spring mother, Magu, goddess of spring. And if I'm saying that wrong, I do apologize. Healing and transformation brings you blessings now. You are asked to remember that light can come from even the darkest beginnings, and spring only ever comes after winter. The challenge can be to trust that winter will end and explore the unknown parts of yourself that will result in self-discovery and a healing rebirth for you. So with the spring mother blessing this reading, I mean, it's just super powerful affirmation and confirmation that, you know, light will come after the darkness. We do need to take this time for self-reflection and developing our gifts and that this is really a powerful time of self-discovery. Everything unfolds in divine timing. And on the bottom of the deck, she reminds us that there are no mistakes with the bamboo moon. So everything evolves in divine timing. There are no mistakes in the universe. All events, circumstances, and relationships are unfolding in perfection with the timing and intelligence of the divine plan. Any apparent delay is in your favor, and if something is happening for you, then that's perfect. If it's not, then it's not supposed to happen right now. Divine timing is perfection, and it's safe to trust in this now. And I know that there's a lot of really heavy stuff going on, and people are losing a lot. People are losing people, you know? So I don't mean to trivialize any of that loss or be flippant about, you know, if things aren't working out for you, it's just not supposed to work out. I mean, this is a really serious, serious time. And I'm very serious about getting this message out because I feel passionate about it and about sharing my experience. And I just feel like it's really reflective of everything that's going on for me. And I know that I'm not alone in this energy that I'm in. So I hope that this resonates with people and brings you comfort and some clarity moving forward. On the bottom of the Wild Unknown Tarot deck, before I close out, is the Devil. So though it may feel frightening when the Devil appears in your reading, the card carries an urgent message and must be interpreted with total honesty. The darkness of the Devil card takes the form of addiction, negativity, or materialism, and can indicate an ugly relationship with a person or substance. We need to identify this dependency and how it's holding us back. The Devil's hooves are strong and relentless, and their grip will not loosen unless a conscious change is made to free yourself. When I was recording this yesterday, I had some technical difficulties, and I rearranged everything today, and it's a lot more stable. As I was doing that, the Star card popped out. So I'm just going to go ahead and read that for some hope and peace of mind. Standing outside on a dark night, you gaze up at the stars and sense glimmers of wonder and hope. Even though you can't find concrete answers to life's many questions, up there in the sky, you can't help but feel comforted and renewed. Such is the energy of the Star card, and it's not about actions or situations. It's simply about connecting to the part of you that is hopeful and serene. And this force will bring light back into your life and infuse you with positivity. So, as we're dealing with these really challenging situations ahead of us and breaking free from these systems of materialism and, our addiction to materialism, it's a negative cycle that we're in for the most part, a lot of us, just that needs to be broken. It's needed to be broken for a long time. And this Devil card under the deck is really calling us to free ourselves. It's not going to loosen its grip on its own. And so I'm going to go ahead and close this out and hopefully be able to upload it to the collective and be able to connect with some of you out there who can, understand this message. So I feel more understood, and it's very helpful and therapeutic for me to do this for myself, and I feel empowered reading this collective message. So I'm going to try to, continue. On the bottom of the Moonology deck, I'm going to go ahead and say we do have a new start coming with the new moon. So I'm not going to get into reading the description, but just a really strong recommendation that we all set a very, very clear and well thought out intent for the new moon coming up, and grow with the moon phases to the full moon and really try to manifest specifically a vision for this new world that we're able to participate in. So everybody, please be safe out there. Love yourself. You got to put your air mask on first. Just remember that. You can't help anyone if you're not in a position of balance yourself. So let's work on those energies, babies. Be well, and thank you for listening. I'll see you soon.